So we've made it. Here we are, week 5 of the Omer count. We've been through week 1, Chesed, loving kindness, unconditional giving, flow. Week 2, Gevura, strength, boundaries, limits, focus, channeling. Week 3, Tiferet, balance, harmony, beauty, truth. Week 4, last week, was Netzach. Netzach means to persevere, to overcome the obstacles. And now here we are at Hod. Hod is week 5, and Hod really goes together with Netzach. In all of these attributes, they're given a part of the body, and Netzach and Hod together make up your 2 legs, and they're really what help us move forward in the world. Whereas Netzach is more about breakthrough and conquering, Hod is more this idea of submission and adaptability, and being able to go with the flow. So, like in martial arts, you got taekwondo and karate, attacking, forcing your way through, and then we have things like aikido, which I studied in Japan. My master was a real master, and he told me to attack him, and I used my taekwondo and kung fu and everything, and I couldn't get near him. He'd just throw me on the floor, and the whole time he just said to me, attack me however you like. And after about a week I learned not to do that anymore. Really, there's no attacking in Aikido, there's just defending. There's using the other person's energy, moving out the way, throwing them on the floor, submitting them. And it's not weakness. Submission and adaptability is not weakness. In fact, it's one of our greatest strengths. One of our greatest strengths is just to be able to let go and see where things take us and go with the flow, and not always have to push through and fight through. And these 2 attributes together, the pushing through and fighting through, and being able to relinquish and give up and make way and submit, is really part of what's called the serenity prayer, which says that you should have the courage to change the things that you can change, and you should have the peace of mind to accept the things you can't change. And we should have the wisdom to know the difference, know which is which. So once we've struggled and we've tried and we want to change something, if we really see it can't be changed, at that point we've got to step back and sit back and say, okay, this is how it has to be. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to adapt myself. It's a very great strength. Very connected to the idea of emunah. Emunah, badly translated as faith, is this idea that everything that happens to me happens for a reason, happens for me to grow in some way, happens for me to take the next step in my life. And I'll change it if I can, I'll work with it, but if I can't, I've just got to sit back and accept and acknowledge and recognize that there's something beyond me. And what this really brings us onto is maybe the main meaning of Hod, which comes from the word Hodaya, which means gratitude. As I've said many times, gratitude really is the key to happiness in life. Very often we compare ourselves to other people, or we say, if only I had this, and we focus on what we're lacking in our life, and that brings us down. If we can just focus on what we have, on what we're truly grateful for, that really helps us tap in. So lots of people say after the Justifi trip, I saw these people living with nothing, such poor conditions, not so much food, and it really made me grateful for everything I have. And gratitude, focusing on everything we have, is really a key. That's why we start the day with Modeh Ani. It's the first thing I say when I wake up in the morning, which means I'm grateful. And the idea of gratitude, another way to say it in Hebrew, is hakarat hatov, which means recognizing the good. We recognize the good that someone else has done for us, or something's done for us. That's what makes us grateful. And even the word for a Jew is Yehudi, which has the word Hod in it. Yehudi. Yehudi means that a Jew is someone who's really rooted in this idea of gratitude, and always acknowledging what good they have in their life, and what people have done for them, and all the blessings that we have in our life. So this is really the essence of what it means to be Jewish. Another idea for Hod, it means glory and splendor, which really comes from the same idea. When you sit back, and we've all experienced this in our life, maybe just seeing a beautiful sunset, and there's a peace of mind, and you're just in awe. You're submitting, you're opening yourself up to the world, and you're having gratitude for everything around you, or a beautiful piece of music, or You walk through the forest and the sunshine shines on your face, and there's that just moment of seeing the glory of creation and the beauty and the wonder and awe of everything we have. So this is the idea of Hod, and this is how they all work together. Once we learn to let go and submit ourselves and open ourselves up, then from there we can see the beauty and glory of all things, and from there we can really have gratitude and really see what amazing things we have in our life, and really be a Yehudi, someone who has Hod. A Jewish person has gratitude and praise and recognition for everything we did. I actually had a idea, because how deep gratitude goes. I said to my daughter that if you do something good, if you put away your toys, I'll give you a treat. So she put away her toys and I gave her a treat, and I made her say thank you when I gave her the treat, which is good manners. But I then thought to myself, why? She did the good thing, and so I gave her a treat. I owed it to her. Why should she then say thank you to me? So I realized that gratitude goes so deeply, because even in giving her a treat, I've done something good for her. So she has to recognize that I did something good. Maybe if you get off the plane and you see the pilot of the plane, you'd say thank you for flying. And why are you saying thank you? He just did his job. He got paid for his job. Why would I say thank you to him for that? But it's because I recognize all the good that he did for me. So even if he owed it to me because I paid for my ticket, or I deserved it, or what, just the idea to be really, really grateful every time you recognize that something good's happened in your life. So this week, what I really want us to work on, me and you, we're all going to work on this, is two main areas. One is just letting go of needing to be in control the whole time, and just fully accepting what comes our way and being able to adapt to it and move and go with the flow and bend ourselves. There's a Chinese proverb that talks about a strong, hard tree. It gets knocked down by a wind, but the tree that can bend, the weeping willow that can bend, that's the one that's really going to survive. So in our lives, let's just see where we can let go. When we can't make a change, and we've tried to make a change, just let go and accept it. And the other one is really just be grateful. Be grateful for everything we have in our life, everyone we have in our life. And don't forget to express that gratitude and be conscious. Don't just think I'm grateful for my legs, but really spend a conscious moment being grateful for your legs. And it's amazing that I can walk, and my eyes, and all these things. So it's a very powerful week, this one, and I'll see you next week for Yesod number 6. Bye.